And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I am Cameron Woolley. So we have New York Giants, we have Brian Flores, we have Brian Dable, we have NFL playoffs, New Jersey Devils, all coming up on the docket for you guys today. So I guess we'll lead off with, the actual team that I cover, the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
The head coaching search has ended, and they hired Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator Brian Dable.
Yes, the guy you wanted. You're happy. You gotta be happy.
I wanted Dable. I'm happy.
I'm
happy with Dable. He did a lot of great things in Buffalo, helping develop Josh Allen. That's a hell of a resume builder. You gotta think, and everybody in that press conference was making it apparent. Oh yeah, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones. Like, dude, stop trying to compare Daniel Jones to Josh Allen.
Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen.
Daniel Jones
Come on.
is not Josh Allen.
Come on. But Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. So hopefully that works out.
Yeah.
Brian Dable's resume, amazing.
Yeah.
Five-time Super Bowl champion with Patriots. Worked under Nick Saban. Yeah, just amazing. I mean, what more can you ask for? Well, hopefully he a good product on the field.
Coach.
Yeah. I just watched his press conference, his announcement. I like no nonsense guy. Did not make any promises.
It's important to make any promises.
Kind of a dork, which I also wish we like. We mentioned that last week. Kind of, if
he's not a dork. Joe Shane is the dork.
Joe Shane's a dork.
Dable's just seems like a good guy.
Right. If you told me Dable was like your next door neighbor or like your friend's dad, I would have believed you instead of
Brian
coach of
Dable
the
totally
Giants.
gives me friend's dad vibes.
Yeah. Except he knows football though.
He knows ball, definitely.
He's had he's worked under some very, very winners. He's worked under winners for sure.
He's worked under winners. He's won. Again, Belichick retread, gotta be a little with that, but he doesn't sound at all like Belichick.
Right.
Doesn't sound anything like these other guys, most notably Joe Judge coming in and trying to establish something immediately. Dable said that he wanted to build trust and he wanted to be authentic because people can see through that. And I completely agree with him. People saw through Joe Judge's nonsense and how he treated the players.
Yeah.
And Dable is looking to change that, and I'm looking for him to change that.
I also like Dable. He's like, listen, I'm here because I have to be here, but what I really want to do is get out of here and start hiring people. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. It's like, listen, talk doesn't do anything. Actions speak way louder. And that was my translation.
Yes.
I was like, let me get back to work. This is wasting my time. Is what I felt.
Get back to work.
Yeah.
Get back to work, Mr. Squidward.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to put much weight into any of these press conferences. I watched the Joe Judge one from 2 years ago last night. Just out of curiosity.
That hyped us up, though.
It was
That
great.
hyped us
that
up.
Guy,
my God.
He's a great.
You remember me coming into the studio being like, yes.
This is it. We're winning.
This is it. This guy's awesome.
Dynasty. Yeah.
And the first year it looked like things were going well for Judge, and then the second year everything fell apart.
Yeah.
That's why Brian Dable's here now.
Yeah.
And him and Shane both have 5-year contracts, I believe, so those guys are tied at the hip. They are working in lockstep with each other.
If all goes well, they'll have to renew those contracts after 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's a long. Okay, that's a big ask though. Especially after the track record. But
it's not a 5-year rebuilding process in the NFL. It takes way less time than 5 years to build. Sure, it could take 5 years to build your team into a Super Bowl, contender, but it takes like 2 years to build your team into something respectable.
Yeah, but it could happen. We'll talk about that team that did build their team in 2 years into a Super Bowl contender. They're going to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah. Now the Giants, of course, with it seems to be their track record, can never do things cleanly. Like something always has to happen, right?
Dude.
And
hold on. I'd like to talk about the Giants' offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah,
real quick because on Twitter I was
OC.
I was championing for Ken Dorsey. I'm like, yes, get Dable's guy from Buffalo to come in and just do whatever he did with Josh Allen and just apply it to the offense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell yes, Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey ends up getting promoted in Buffalo because Buffalo matched the offer that the Giants gave him.
Yeah, so why
Because the
not?
Giants wanted him.
Yeah.
Or rather, Daboll wanted him.
Right. But, hey, if you can
So-
stay. Like, I don't want him.
Like, he can stay in Buffalo. He wants to stay in Buffalo. He's going to get a head coaching opportunity. Something tells me very soon.
Right.
He's going to get an opportunity to be a head coach.
And playing for a ring next year, much
Yeah.
rather than a rebuilding team. So I can't blame the guy for staying.
Yeah, you can't.
And moving. You've moved. Moving sucks. So
I hate moving.
yeah, moving.
And
is
I've
awful.
only moved, like, around the county.
Yeah.
I've moved a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Yeah. We moved this studio, and that that's not a whole house. That stunk. So yeah, I can't.
Well, all the stuff that you have in here is about as valuable as a house.
Sure,
There's
sure.
all this.
Sure. Collectibles, priceless
You got
autographs.
collectibles. You got pictures.
Movie
with countless
props.
Some of the movie props.
Yeah.
Is that the the Boba Fett helmet isn't a movie prop.
No, it's just a wall decoration. It's still cool though. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's still super cool. You got the Mjolnir over there,
I do.
custom made.
Doom.
With
Good
the
stuff,
shared
man.
universe logo. You got Stormbreaker over there, which
do.
actually looks like a movie prop.
Yeah,
It's how
it's movie
ridiculously
quality
cool it
prop. Yeah,
looks.
for sure. So
You got autographs that are worth probably a lot of money.
Yeah.
You got liquor in here that's probably worth a lot of
yeah,
money.
it's gonna be drunk. So yes. Well, with that in mind, do you have anybody for offensive coordinator? that's out there?
Pep Hamilton, the guy
Okay.
from Houston, strangely enough, because he made Davis Mills look watchable. That's enough for me.
No small feat.
Yes.
No small feat.
Yes, he made Davis Mills and the Houston Texans offense look watchable at times.
Yeah.
So bring him in. That's what I want. I want someone who's rather proven,
Okay.
somebody who has a track record.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So I thought, all right, great. Let's get to work. No no drama, and then drama.
Yep, drama. Oh, dude. So Brian Flores. We're gonna spend a lot of time talking about this.
Yes.
Brian Flores
Yes. Former head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
recently fired, accusing, and the Giants aren't even his most serious accusation.
Nope.
He's accusing the Giants of basically doing a fake interview with him.
Right. A pity interview, I guess.
A pity
you
interview to
call it.
fulfill the Rooney Rule.
Right. Which I think the Rooney Rule is partially in and of itself partially racist.
Thank
Like
you.
yes.
Thank you. My God, I didn't want to go there.
Yeah,
but
if not wholly racist, but the Rooney Rule says if you're interviewing for a new head coach,
it's affirmative action.
you have to
That's what it
interview
is.
at least two
Two external
minority.
people who aren't white, pretty
Right.
much. People
Yeah.
who aren't white guys.
Yeah, to which I say, it's a tough job. It's
It
a very
sounds great. It's made in goodwill.
on paper.
obviously.
Yeah, I mean the intentions are good.
Obviously,
but, like, how many
racism is a problem everywhere. In any industry, there's going to be some racist things, and it sucks. But it's just how the world works, and I
Right.
hate that's the way that the world works. I think everybody should have an equal shot, no matter their background.
Sure, but it's a very it's a special job, man, and there's only 32 spots. You're gonna hire the best person for the job, and I think
the Rooney
that
Rule
it's like
doesn't-
you have to. Yeah, I think that in
The
and of
Rooney Rule
itself
doesn't
is racist.
breed any opportunities in and of itself, because like not Belichick. Belichick has a lot to do with this, but
He did.
allegedly Belichick has something to do with this. But Flores allegedly got a text from Bill Belichick
Yes.
saying that you have the job landed.
Yeah, congratulations. And
That's all it was
Brian Flores was like,
Dable.
"What?" Like, I haven't heard anything. No one told me anything. And Bill's like, yeah, good. Yeah, going to the Giants, huh?
Yeah.
And-
And you know Belichick, he's under the covers with the Mara family. Dude, Belichick
Right.
and the Giants, they're like this. They love each other. If Belichick
Yeah.
ever for some reason was not head coach of the New England Patriots anymore, the Giants would drop everything and go hire Belichick and give him complete control.
Right.
Of
And
the
then when John
organization.
Belichick's probably in his will somewhere written. He's probably getting
Yeah,
something.
the Belichick and the Giants. Belichick has a great relationship with the Giants.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the Patriots coach, he'd
Right.
be the Giants coach.
Yeah. And it was like, hey, I hear from Buffalo and the Giants that you're the guy. Good luck. Have a great run. And basically, it turns out Brian Flores was like, wait, Coach Bill, are you texting the right Brian? You're talking to Brian Flores, not Brian Dable. And to which I love how his reply, sorry, I effed this up. I double checked and I misread the text. I think they're naming Dable. I'm sorry about that. BB. He signs his text BB.
Bill Belichick.
That's
Yeah.
like a 16-year-old, and I love it. I love it. He's texting like a TikToker. So basically, he texted the wrong Brian.
Yeah, Brian. The
Leaked.
wrong Brian. I knew having both of those guys' names be Brian would have something to do with this.
Sure, and I've
It would have something to do with
I've
this.
done it. You've done. I'm sure you've sent the wrong text to the wrong person, but not
This weekend, actually, I sent a picture that was meant for one Discord server.
right.
That was meant for another Discord server.
Yeah.
So
It happens, but I've never nothing of this level of importance. Yeah, nothing of this caliber have I ever mistexted somebody, and
this is a crucial bag fumbling.
Yeah.
Right here.
and so the problem with this is that Flores hadn't even been interviewed yet.
Flores
now-
hadn't even been interviewed by the
Now he
Giants
finds
yet.
out that Dable's basically all but hired, but they haven't announced it yet. And he's going in for his interview, which is basically meaningless at this point because Bill spilled the beans at their Brian Dable. And so he's got to sit through an interview, basically a pointless interview.
Yes, a fake interview.
Can't say anything.
for a
'cause
job that he's not going to
There's
get.
no chance that he's going to get because the Giants have already made up their decision.
Nobody could have done. He could have showed them that text and would have blackmailed him.
Into
Would've
hiring
blackmailed
him,
into
or
hiring him. Yes.
he could have that. Yeah, if he could have.
Although technically, I don't think it violates the Rooney Rule because he wasn't hired until Friday.
Right.
Daboll wasn't hired until Friday. So, I'm just going to call it like it is. Nothing's going to come out of this. Nothing's going to come out of the Giants side of it because in a court of law, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that so-and-so did.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and there was nothing.
If you're the prosecutor, the burden of proof is on you.
Right. I imagine nothing was
on
signed.
the internet.
and-
On the internet, the burden of proof is the defendant.
right.
Like, if I was called out on Twitter about something, the burden of proof would be on me
Right.
that I didn't do it. But
Yes.
in a court of actual law, with actual judges and juries, the real world,
Yes.
the burden of proof is on the prosecutor.
Right. Now, in
And
the
there
court.
isn't proof beyond reasonable doubt that,
legally, yes.
legally,
However,
legally nothing is going to come
in the
out of
court
this.
of public opinion and the internet,
In the court of public
this
opinion,
does not look good at all.
in the court of public opinion and the internet, absolutely, this
Looks very
this
bad.
looks bad. But
This looks bad.
this isn't getting the type of reaction that it would typically get
Yes.
because, even in a lot of NFL circles, people don't like the Rooney Rule. And it's not that they don't like the Rooney Rule because they're a bunch of racist hicks. It's that they don't like the Rooney Rule because it leads to problems like this.
Right.
And in most job processes, this is how it goes. Especially in football, Joe Shane went in with Dable as his guy.
Oh, yeah.
He interviewed his candidates.
No doubt.
Interviewed
doubt.
his candidates, but Shane was like, okay, I want Dable. A lot of people thought going in, Dable was the favorite to get the job.
Right. But,
Flores was a close second.
yeah.
He was a finalist, but they just ended up with Dable. And this is how it works. It sucks that it had to be Flores that took the dive, and I think this lawsuit just killed any chance of him getting a head coaching gig.
Yeah, and he was a circumstance of whatever order that the interviews came up in. I don't know if that was scheduling or if they planned it that way, but I listen. You put those two resumes next to each other. You want to date? I think anybody.
Brian Flores.
Anybody with a brain,
Brian Flores.
Any GM
as a coach, though. Those two were like splitting hairs. I would have been thrilled with Dable or Flores,
right?
And I'm really happy that we got Dable because he's smart. I think he's gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an open mind and an open heart for I'm laying my guard down for Dable to come in and do his thing.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't think the New York Giants organization is racist in this regard whatsoever.
It was a rule that is in ways racist.
Yes, exactly.
The Rooney Rule in some ways is racist.
Exactly. Now the other teams that he's called out in this class action lawsuit.
Okay, you know how I said
way
that,
bad. They
you know
look
how
way
I
worse.
said that the Giants weren't the most serious accusation here?
Yes.
And this is like an accusation of full-blown racism.
Yes.
Accusing someone of full-blown racism, especially an NFL organization.
Right.
Something as big as the New York Football Giants of inherent racism in their hiring process, that typically seems like something that, especially in 2022, would get a lot of coverage, and it's gotten more coverage.
Right.
But Flores is also accusing Stephen Ross, owner of the Miami Dolphins, of paying him $100,000 cash for every loss in the tank for Tua Tagovailoa.
Yes. Now, this I completely believe.
Cash under the table.
Yes,
not even part of his contract.
Yeah.
Not even a contract incentive for losing.
This is
Stephen Ross literally just texted him one day like, "Yo, you up?" And then Flores was like, "Yeah, I'm up."
Yeah, what's up?
He says, "Yo, just so you know, this year we don't want to win.
Yes, we need that. Yeah, we want the draft pick.
We don't want to win. I'm
it,
gonna personally deliver you $100,000 in cold hard cash for every
and
loss.
To sweeten the deal, $100,000 for every loss from this point forward.
Yes,
that for the game, that is awful. That is I don't want to say it's worse than racism, but it's bad. It's bad.
It's smart, but it's bad. Because it's basically saying, hey, we're going to give you $100,000. Hypothetically,
we're giving you an incentive.
Hypothetically,
to lose.
16-game season. If you go 0-16, that's $1.6 million.
So he claims this is before the season?
I think.
Or it doesn't even matter. Even if it's the middle season.
I haven't read into the Stephen Ross accusations.
Okay. Whatever. It's bad.
That much. This is bad. Yeah.
This is bad throwing games, basically. This is
that's the reason Shoeless Joe is in the Hall.
Yes, this is like eight men out stuff, man.
Literally, 8 men out.
But coming from the top,
paid to throw the series.
It's coming from the top. This is terrible. That's even worse.
It wasn't just some random greasy gamblers like the Black Sox.
No, this is your owner.
I have my own opinions on Shoeless Joe and why.
That's for a whole nother podcast. But
yeah, that's
this.
Like I think the guy hit like something like 400 in the series, dude. Again, that's besides the point.
Yeah, you
can have whatever
throwing. This is throwing games. This is point shape, whatever you want to call it. This is throwing games. This is bad for the sport. This is bad for any sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's smart. It's good for an organization that wants to get a quarterback. But it's basically, but this tells Flores like, hey, we are giving you what could be a maximum incentive of $1.6 million.
Right.
We're gonna go 0-16. You're gonna be the fall guy.
Yeah. Who else do you have to blame?
You're going to get fired after this season.
This is a pretty...
Thank you for tanking and getting our quarterback of the future, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this is... This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, per loss in 2000... This is in 2019. It's absolutely insane. And I can't see any reason why he'd be lying about this. Like, what a weird thing to lie about. I think this is completely true. I think this happened. I think, yeah, I think they got to investigate this
Oh yeah,
and
they have.
throw the book at Miami.
It's not
man.
going to happen because NFL teams, like the NFL, this isn't Brian Flores versus the New York Giants or Brian Flores versus the Miami Dolphins. This is Brian Flores versus the NFL.
Right.
Although he is technically filing lawsuits against
The NFL and the Broncos. The Broncos are the
yes.
third team.
Apparently, yeah, the Broncos that they're just there. They were also, oh yeah, you were racist in the hiring process. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, not to mention he didn't do a bad job with the Dolphins. They had 2 seasons and winning records. I mean, barely, but still, it was the Dolphins.
Yeah, and of course, Flores told Ross to shove it.
Yes. Yeah. That's it's just yeah, I love that. It's saying my integrity cannot be bought.
Yes.
Basically.
You can't buy me.
Yeah.
Not for that much.
No.
I'm an NFL head coach.
Yes.
The 100 grand is more than I make in a week. or each week that I'm coaching.
Yeah, not to mention, the moral price you have to pay and
Yes.
and as an NFL head coach, can you sleep at night knowing that you purposely threw a game? No. This is
I mean, Joe Judge can sleep at night happily.
sure.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it on purpose though. The team just sucked.
Dude, running a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 9, that's pretty cowardly.
Right.
That is like ultimately.
Yeah, so
ultimate
this will be interesting on how it shakes out. I've read many articles on this topic.
tanking.
Yeah, well,
Again, the question of tanking in sports comes up all the time.
Sure, you're getting late in the season. You have no hope.
I love tanking, dude. You know me.
Yeah, you love the tank
with the New
bowls.
Jersey Devils for the last 3 years. I'm like,
Yeah, and it's looking.
roll up the tank, baby.
Yeah, especially right
That's
now.
how we ended up with Jack Hughes, dude. We tanked.
Yeah, and it worked.
We
I
tanked.
mean,
We got Jack Hughes, and
yeah.
Jack Hughes.
Tank.
Hey, Devils lost 7-1 last night. You know who got points? Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt.
That's right.
So,
That's right. It's working, sort of. Sort of.
in a way.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, I don't know where this lawsuit's going to go. I don't know if it's going to change anything in the NFL. I've read several articles going, hey, if you want to change anything, boycott the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Yeah, I've heard many scenarios that have to take place to truly send a message, and I don't think any of them are going to be enacted. So
Yeah, no.
I've heard it suggested that anybody offended by this, sit out, not play. I'm like, that's not going to happen. They're not going to sacrifice
the
Super Bowl or next season, but they're not going to sacrifice their contracts and paychecks.
I mean, they'd sacrifice next season, but not the Super Bowl.
So I'm curious to see where
Players sit out seasons all the time.
Yeah, curious to see where this goes. I think even more egregious is this. Is 100,000 per loss. That's insane.
That's
insane.
That's still something that is.
And if that's true, how many other owners have maybe enacted an under the table deal like this in any sport?
Yeah, dude. That's,
Any sport.
that opens up a rabbit hole. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I know Miami. They're typically kind of lawless down there. They operate under a different set of rules.
Florida.
Sometimes Florida, right? So
Florida.
Yeah,
For the last 2 years, all we've heard about.
Rob, it can't be
Florida
it
doesn't
can't have been the
laws.
only guy who's done something like this. We just haven't heard about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I think there are financial implications. You get a good draft pick, your team improves, people come back, maybe you go to the playoffs with better personnel, better players, make a bunch of money farther down the line. Yeah, it's worth the risk to tank. Yeah. Definitely.
Dude, tanking has worked.
Yes, but done the right way, not with bribes.
Done the right way.
Not with bribes.
Done the right way, tanking works.
Not with bribes. If you want to maybe substitute a couple players, maybe ones that aren't as good as your starters. So, they don't play as well. You're going to lose a game. That's nothing in the rulebook says you can't do that. But giving an incentive to lose to your head coach, that's not. Yeah, come on. That's awful. That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I just had to be like, man, the Giants, man, they cannot they cannot do anything without a little drama behind it. It's always drama.
But I will say with the Giants, I don't think it's a racism problem that they passed up on Flores.
No, they wanted Dable. I don't blame them.
And like
don't blame
John
them.
Mara. Now, I've said a lot of things about John Mara.
Yes.
But one thing he is classy. He carries this organization with class.
You mentioned that. He loves the team.
The Giants
players. Yes.
The Giants wouldn't do something like that.
I don't believe
as a team, I can see them losing games in 500 different ways. I have seen them lose games in like 500 different ways.
Yes.
But the Giants are always classy.
Yeah, but they lost on their own bad play. We see it time and time again. And
off the field, the Giants are never much of a disaster.
And at times, I have yelled at the screen. I was like, "What are they trying to lose this game on purpose?" But I don't think. I don't think they were.
Some cases, there are teams that do lose on purpose.
Yes, sure. But it's the incentive is the key point.
Yeah, the incentive.
The incentive to lose with cash to the head coach.
Under the table, not part of the contract.
And under the table. That's.
I feel like the under the table part is the thing that's going to be the most incriminating.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was put in the contract, 100,000 per loss.
There's no way they would. That's a no way. But
but the 100 grand under the table.
Yeah, I think the problem is there's no way to prove. There's no way to prove this. There's no record of it.
Nothing's gonna get proven in court.
I'm gonna assume there were no bank transfers, or if you go and search his house, there's not a duffel.
Well, he didn't comply with the.
Yeah, thankfully. But Flores, he's spoken out. Big risk, because do you see him getting hired anywhere after this?
No.
Yeah, so he's taking a huge risk. So. He's definitely standing behind what he's saying. So, and he probably just killed his career right there. But integrity, standing up for what he believes in. So
is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, chances are if he didn't say anything, probably would have gotten hired.
Probably would have gotten hired by Houston.
Yeah.
He would have gotten the Houston job.
Yeah.
Because him and Deshaun Watson are buddy.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to be buddy with Deshaun Watson.
No.
Not right now.
He's got his own problems.
Yeah.
He's got his own baggage.
Yep.
I'm
not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I'm not touching. I wouldn't.
That with a lightsaber.
I wouldn't touch it with this lightsaber.
With a 5-foot lightsaber.
Yeah.
Light it up.
I wouldn't like me. I wouldn't.
That's all right. That's your distance right there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my distance. The camera's further away than it looks.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, a lot of shady things going on. I'm curious to see how this shakes out, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this doesn't hinder the progress of the Giants. Anyway, I don't think it will. Yeah, you're right.
The NFL has got to have the stable of lawyers. Some of the best.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to see that. Could possibly expose some racist practices in the NFL. But I really want to see this bribe.
Like, what fine would do anything to them? Like, what kind of fine would do anything?
What's the point of fining the Dolphins? Like, they're going to get even.
What's the point of fining any owner for this?
Yeah.
Like, what, you hit them with $1 million fine? What? To a billionaire that's dropping the bucket.
That's 10 losses, by the way. $1 million.
10 losses. Is that
10 losses on purpose.
Is that how we're measuring?
We are, yes. In this case, yes.
This is how we're measuring six-figure money
we are,
now?
yes.
Like, 90 losses.
Yeah.
90 losses is $9 million.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It is
Yeah, I think that's the even bigger story, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is the bigger story completely.
Yeah.
Although racism accusations, that gets clicks.
Sure.
People love pretending that they're civil rights activists.
Right.
People love doing that.
Right. Yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes, though.
The Twitter activism gets clicks. Dude.
Yeah. But how crazy is this? This all started with a missent text
Yes.
by Bill Belichick. Like you
The
can.
butterfly effect right there, my friend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So.
A butterfly effect that started with Victor Cruz screwing up his knee. That started with Victor Cruz screwing up his knee in 2014. That's where it all began.
That far back.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the events of the Giants' downfall, or honestly, you go even further back with the butterfly effect that led to all this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
isn't it something like a guy buying coffee in Belgium led to the modern world order or something?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, we know that everybody knows that the assassination of Franz Ferdinand
started World War One, yes.
Led to the world that we live in today.
Yes.
But,
yes.
But that was too big of an event. There was insignificant stuff or the guy making a wrong turn.
Yes.
In
just little things make a big effect later on. Well, good luck to Brian Daboll. Hopefully lasts more than 2 seasons.
Good luck to Brian Flores. Jeez.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Yeah. I admire him for speaking out, though, for what he feels.
What he feels important, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, that fake interview, if you want to call it, yeah, he humiliated him.
There's probably going to... The most that comes out of this is a new adaptation of the Rooney Rule.
I think it needs to be adjusted, yes, for sure.
Absolutely, because the Rooney Rule, this is a problem that stemmed from the Rooney Rule.
Yes.
Straight up, as I hate saying this, and I know nobody else has the guts to say it, but this was a problem that stemmed from the Rooney Rule.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's making it an absolute carved in stone requirement. Yeah. Yeah. A couple other notes I noticed from the press conference. Brian Daboll, after he was hired, he came in on Saturday, which, if you were here on Saturday, there was a blizzard that day. So
a lot of snow, big blizzard.
He made it in. Nobody left their houses that day. I did. I was here at the studio because I didn't. I need some peace and quiet. God. I came. It wasn't that bad.
I mean, yeah, you got 2
I grew up in Michigan, so I admire that wherever he started. I don't know. Well,
he drives a big F-150. That's
okay.
Nothing.
It's good in the snow. But he said,
I drive a Volkswagen. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh no, German car, a lot of snow.
Yeah,
this doesn't end well.
Right. But he came in. He was at the Giants Stadium, the front office. He went into the offices on that day, excited to get started.
It was my first time.
I love that.
My first time, like, really driving in snow was Monday.
And
Shovel day. I mean, it was weird.
Just go slow.
The residential road,
yeah,
like my residential area wasn't plowed very well.
Go slow and don't slam on the brakes. Very simple rules. you just start skidding.
It doesn't snow a lot. It doesn't snow a lot around here, at least.
No, once or twice.
Also, what a waste of a day to have a big snowstorm.
On
Friday
Saturday?
night.
Yeah,
really?
Into Saturday.
A Friday night.
Yeah, no snow
dude, that
day.
was a 2-dayer.
Yeah.
2 days
Yeah.
would have gotten off school. If that snowstorm hit.
I like on a Tuesday or something.
If that snowstorm hit on Wednesday.
and Thursday, yeah, you would have
gotten Thursday and Friday off.
Could have played Destiny 2 all day.
Oh, I will play, dog. So much Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so great.
That would have been awesome. Sorry.
I'm praying.
Bad timing.
Snowstorm on the night of Monday the 21st.
Oh, yeah.
That's when Witch Queen.
Oh, yeah.
That's when that drops.
Oh, yeah.
Although I'll take having the day off the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Right.
I have the week off after that.
Yeah, 21st is like President's Day or something. You're
The 21st is President's Day. So. I have the night before Witch Queen drops.
Okay.
Then there'd be enough snow. School would get off.
Okay.
I wouldn't have to deal with as much of the Bungie server occupation.
Okay.
bullshit that
This
comes
is-
out, and then I tweet out how much Bungie's servers suck. Although Bungie just got, I don't know if you heard, but Bungie just got bought by Sony.
I heard. But
Ironic.
How many?
So would you ever think the company that developed Halo
Right.
is now property of Sony?
Yes.
Think about that.
Right. How many billions?
Although
of dollars?
Bungie doesn't do Halo anymore.
Yeah. This plan for the snowstorm.
Maybe Sony can gift them a
this
few
plan-
more floors of servers.
This plan is almost as diabolical as throwing games for $100,000. Almost. Also noticed in the press conference, Brian Dable got in. Not snowstorm. Not many people came in. Daniel Jones was there.
Dude, Daniel Jones is
there.
He's so easy to root for.
I love it.
So like when people talk about, oh, why do you love Daniel Jones so much? He sucks because he does stuff like that.
He works. It's in the work.
Dude,
Now-
Daniel Jones is such an easy guy to root for.
Yeah.
A guy who's scrutinized from the moment he was picked. And a guy who's been scrutinized for every single year of his career. A guy, every year people say, they got to get rid of him. He sucks. And granted, I am not the biggest Daniel Jones fan in the world, but I root for him. I'm rooting for him because
I love that
he's
went
a
in.
hard worker.
Yeah.
He went into me. He was the guy who met, like when Joe Shane was hired as GM, Daniel Jones was there.
Yeah.
Saturday, middle of a snowstorm, probably driving something, NFL quarterback making like $12 million a year.
Yeah, good car.
He probably drives in something a little nicer and let's say a little more fragile than a Ford F-150.
Maybe he's got his own snowplow. I don't know. That'd be cool. A giant snowplow with his number on it.
The Danny Dimes.
The Danny Dimes mobile with the snow blade on the front, so he can
Dimesmobile.
make sure that he gets there no matter what. Maybe he's got like a salt thing on the back. I don't know. That'd be cool. But he said he was there, met the coach. It's like, hey, what can I, what do you want from me? Tell me how we're gonna do things.
No,
this
wait.
year. I love it. Man.
I know someone who has seen Daniel Jones around New York and has seen Daniel Jones's car.
Okay.
I'll ask them.
What he drives.
I'll ask them what he drives.
Okay, I'm curious. Probably some kind of truck or SUV, or, big, something big.
Holy shit! How the hell do you drive in a Blizzard?
Yeah.
7-7, dude. You're not driving a
Well,
Corvette. You're not driving
A sports
Corvette
car? Yeah, a Lamborghini, a Lambo.
Maybe you can drive a Dodge Challenger through. Maybe.
I don't know why you would want to, but maybe. Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like, dude, Challengers and muscle cars. I feel like
they got the horses. Just gotta get some good tires on there. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, my learner car was a Mustang. That was
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Right on, man.
The first car I ever drove
Yeah.
was Before we get into the playoff games,
Okay.
I just want to say Tom Brady for now has retired.
All right, so you don't believe it.
I don't believe
So wait, let's walk through the timeline now. Was it Saturday or Sunday where it was
it was
announced that-
Saturday when
Okay.
it was Saturday when Adam Schefter fumbled the bag and said that Brady is retiring.
Right. Everybody picked it up. Yahoo.
Everybody picked up
ESPN
graphics all over the place.
so-
all I could see on Twitter
Yes.
was timelines of "Thank you, Brady. Thank you, TB12," as if 95% of the NFL fan base wasn't throwing a party. And I like
Right.
the top
You're right. Yeah.
streamed
Yeah.
song on Spotify probably would have been "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead" when Tom
Yes.
Brady retired.
Right. I mean,
As if the Death Star wasn't blown up over Endor.
yes, and yeah, there were
As if the eye of Sauron didn't explode.
the Ewoks were definitely dancing on Saturday
Yeah,
night.
yes, the Ewoks were dancing.
Yes. And then
Or Iron Man snapping the Infinity Gauntlet.
right. Yeah. Now I saw immediately you were like, I don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
I don't
I'm
buy
saying,
it.
even now, when he officially retired, I believe yesterday. Yesterday, he officially announced his
Yeah,
retirement.
so all Saturday, all Sunday, Tom Brady. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you guys
Then
are talking about.
on
And
Tuesday.
then Tuesday made it official. Why the holdup? Why the drama? It's Tom Brady.
Dude, yeah.
It's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady.
Yes, a man who said, hey, maybe I could play. I might play into my 50s. If I can still play.
I still don't think he's completely gone. I am not ruling out the possibility of him pulling a Michael Jordan, coming back, and then winning another 2 rings.
I agree with you. And why?
This guy is way too psychotic and addicted to winning.
That's one.
To not come back, and like he's either gonna do that if he stays in shape.
Sure.
If he keeps going on the ridiculous diet of eating grass clippings and drinking.
I mean, he's got his own like pre-made meals out there, the TB12 meal plan. That's all he has to do there.
The TB12, like, I don't know, it's super vegan.
Wait, you ate grass? Do you feel better? Do you feel like you can throw 100 yards?
No, I'm still
you eat grass?
fat.
You can check, I think, on YouTube or Twitter.
Check on my Twitter account.
You went outside. You ate grass.
I ate grass.
Did it work?
Yes.
It worked? Okay, great.
No, it didn't work. Look at me. I'm not Tom Brady.
You're not quarterback. You're a podcaster. It made you podcast better. You're a streamer. It made you stream better.
Yeah. It made me stream better. I don't know.
I agree with you. His stats this year were ridiculous.
Dude, he threw 5,300 yards and 42 touchdowns.
Yes.
There's no way.
Yeah. Why would you walk away from that? He still got it.
Yeah.
He did not lose a step, in my opinion. Unfortunately, lost in the playoffs, but the playoffs are...
Dude, he came back down to it. Okay,
it wasn't all his fault. He did everything that was asked of him.
No, Brady played that game. He came back down 24, lost, and he figured... a couple years ago, I would have won that game. Looks like the old man don't got it anymore.
No.
And then he retired.
So why now?
Or quote-unquote retired.
Why?
I'm sorry. I don't buy it. But Brady, he's not done.
Right. Why?
Give it 5. Okay.
So why? Is it Giselle?
If he shows up, okay. Yeah, Giselle forced him to do this. Giselle's a psychopath.
Really? So you think it's all on her?
Okay, Giselle Brady lost it at Tom Brady for... giving his kids Halloween candy on Halloween. Children.
Wow, that is psychotic.
Screw Giselle.
That is psychotic.
I hate Giselle.
Let the kids
Giselle sucks.
Let them eat cake. Let the kids
eat cake. Is Giselle hot? Absolutely she is.
Sure.
But being hot doesn't make you a great person.
Now let me bring this up as well. Believe it or not, she's also the breadwinner in the family. I looked up the net worth of both people. Both man and wife.
Worth more.
Giselle's net worth is $400 million. Tom Brady.
I know
look
she
it
was
up.
A model.
Tom Brady's is $250 million. So she.
Okay. I'm gonna
look it up. Look it up. Listen. Being hot can make you a lot of money. Can make you more money than throwing a football really well. In this visual world of ours, think about it this way: football, Tom Brady, NFL. Consumed mainly by Americans. Outside this country, nobody really cares. Agreed?
Yeah.
But if you're hot, that's worldwide.
That's worldwide, dude.
That's if you're gracing international, fashion campaigns and brands worldwide, that nets you more money. It's about reach. It's about reach. You hit the whole world, and they'll pay you to look awesome, to look beautiful. That's way more lucrative. So, I looked up. This is courtesy of whatever net worth tracker is out there.
Like Forbes, probably.
Yeah. So
she was on the front cover of Vogue.
Shit.
Multiple times she was on the front cover of Vogue. Holy
now,
crap.
does making the money in the family, does that dictate you get to call the shots?
She was on the cover of Vogue with LeBron. She
He
was on the cover of Vogue with LeBron when he still kind of had hair.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, so you blame Giselle. Yeah, I don't
blame Giselle.
Yeah, I mean maybe I can't imagine he's not having fun still. Because he sure was.
Okay, if he makes an appearance on TV in the next couple years with a little bit of a gut, then I'll know he's done. If he shows up on TV, still chiseled and ugly, kind of handsome, then I assume, okay, he's coming back. He's training. He's still training. He's not ruling out coming back.
I agree with you. He could come back to any team at any point next year.
Yeah, and he'd get paid a boatload of money.
Yeah.
Because he's Tom Brady.
Right.
Makes you a championship contender immediately.
Yeah. I
He's
don't.
the NFL's version of LeBron in both ways now.
I don't completely buy it either.
Yeah,
don't-
He's the NFL's version of LeBron. In
I don't
both
get
ways.
it. Those stats were ridiculous this
He's the
year.
NFL's version of LeBron in the way that he's obviously the best player on the planet,
Yeah.
and
It-
he commands total control of an organization. At least in Tampa
Yeah.
Bay, he commanded total control
oh yeah,
of the organization.
and it worked. It worked. Almost worked twice. I don't.
And he can go anywhere, and no matter how old he is.
Yeah,
and still
I don't
pay
really
him
pin that
total
loss on
money.
him. You know, their defense could have been a little better.
Yeah. Sure, Brady did throw a couple of picks in the first
He
half.
did.
How can you
He
blame
did.
him?
Guy's not perfect, but he's almost perfect. So, yeah. Well,
As
Godspeed.
close to perfect as you can get.
Godspeed, Tom
He's
Brady.
annoyingly
Like, what's he gonna
perfect.
do now? Like, sell NFTs? Like, that's not the same level of thrill.
The athletes and celebrities love NFTs for some reason. I don't know why.
You know
Maybe
why?
it's
Because they have money to blow
laundering.
on it, and if
Also,
if
it's money laundering.
if it yes, it is yes, and if that money evaporates, so be it. They don't care. They're not no big skin off their back.
Athletes love crypto. I don't get it.
It's all,
Crypto and NFTs. I've gone off on here. They're so volatile.
yes.
Say what you will about the dollar.
yes,
Inflation's
they're not
insane
that
right now,
volatile.
but it's
Not that volatile. So
oh, buy gold. Gold bars are more secure than crypto.
gold and silver, my friends.
Who's
Gold
the
and silver.
blockchain? Oh, it can't be regulated by the government. You know what the government's working on right now?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
government's working on regulating crypto. It's gonna
Yeah.
get taxed.
But you know what you can do with gold bars and silver bars? You can hold them in your hand and be
You
like,
can hold them in your hands.
you
Store them in your basement.
you can make them into coins and swim in them. You can
like
yes.
Scrooge McDuck.
Like Scrooge
Although
McDuck.
that wouldn't work in real life. A Family Guy scene taught me that.
Oh, it's like ah.
Peter Griffin jumped into a pool of gold coins and like split his
Yeah.
body in half. That's what really would happen.
Yeah, you know what you do with gold and silver
Just
coins?
shout out to Seth MacFarlane for answering one of
Life's
an obscure
mysteries.
question.
Yeah, you can put coins into a bag and like wave them in front of people's faces. Yeah, they're
You could
great.
beat the shit out of someone
could-
with a bag full of coins.
could. It could
If you
doubles
can
as a
beat
weapon.
someone up with a sock of butter. You can beat someone up
Yes, absolutely.
with a bag of coins because that's metal,
Absolutely.
precious metal, literally.
Absolutely. Anyways, yeah, have fun with that, Tom.
Yes, have fun.
Have fun with that.
Have fun losing your shit, being forced to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Giselle's still doing stuff.
She is. She's traveling
And
the
the
world.
marriage, oh no,
Yeah.
the woman can do whatever she wants.
That's Giselle. Giselle should be able to do
Yeah.
whatever she wants. But so should Tom. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it's 1 year out. He's like, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back.
I don't understand how he can still be married to her. It's insane.
Why?
Yes, I know that she's hot, but
Wow.
come on, you think that Tom in South Beach doesn't have at least 10 on the side? Come on, it's Tom Brady.
I will not comment on this
It's
person.
Tom Brady.
Sure, he doesn't
Tom
need them.
Brady.
It's Giselle. He doesn't need
Come
them.
on, you think he doesn't have at least a few gumads?
Is he
time to
is he
time?
even Italian? I don't know. Is that yeah?
No, it's the. Dude, sadly,
I
my
think
language,
he's-
I'm on like season 5 of The Sopranos.
I see
so
that.
I'm
Okay, that's all right. Now it's all clear.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not a mobster. He's like the best quarterback ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best football player ever
Yeah.
at this point.
Anyways, do you want to talk about these playoffs? These amazing playoffs. They've been every game has
these have
been
been
awesome.
Chills, my guy.
And I only worry because the Super Bowl game, the big game itself,
Super Bowl's
may
gonna-
not
dude,
be
this
as
is
thrilling.
totally-
Probably not going to be as
Dude,
thrilling.
it's like 2018 when the championship games were super nail biting and
Yeah.
awesome, and then the Super Bowl sucked.
yeah. But
These have been great playoffs.
the Bungles.
I've been loving these playoffs, dude. They're
Versus
not
the
the
Chiefs.
Bungles. They're not the Bungles anymore. I said that
They're
last
not.
week.
You did.
The Bengals are the Bungles no more.
Yes.
They have graduated from Bungles.
Yeah.
From
but
bungle status.
It looked bad though, man. Kansas City.
They were down. They
Scored
were down
touchdowns on
21
their.
to 3. They're beating the hell out of them.
21
21 to
Mahomes.
3 in the
First
second quarter.
first 3 possessions.
I remember sitting
touchdown,
there like,
touchdown.
I remember sitting there like, man, well,
That was a
that
good
was
run.
fun.
It's a good run.
The Bengals fans I know weren't even mad.
No,
They're like, yeah, whatever.
They were like, hey, man, we weren't even supposed to make it this far.
At least we don't have to be told the last time we won a playoff game it was when the Soviet Union was still around. So
right, and not for nothing, but when they win 2 games a couple years ago, yeah, they were horrible. They made a very quick turnaround.
God awful, and then
quick turnaround.
Well, that's what happens when you have the coolest guy on earth become your starting quarterback.
Yeah. The Iceman himself, the guy who only wears real diamonds around his neck. Yes.
Didn't that come from a press conference?
Yes.
It's like, are those diamonds around it? It's like, yes.
Yes,
they're
I'm making
real diamonds.
Yeah, I think, what did he say? I'm making too much money for them to be
Making
fake.
too much money. Dude,
I love it.
Dude, Joe Burrow is the coolest guy
Dude,
ever.
that is a baller statement, man. and it's true. I like he doesn't hold back. It's like, hey, man, they're real. What do you want me? You asked me a question? I answered honestly. I love that.
Also, he's what, like 24, 25 years old? And he's smoking cigars and drinking bourbon in the locker room.
Oh, hey.
After wins. That is...
How else do you celebrate?
Okay, normal 20-something-year-olds slam down White Claws.
Sure.
And
right,
vape
4
and
Locos
weed,
and then
smoke
vape.
weed.
Yes.
After winning games. Now, Joe Burrow's classy. He drinks bourbon and smokes cigars.
That's the way I would do
after
it.
wins. He did in college.
That's the way
in
I
college,
would do
he was
it.
smoking cigars after wins.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
That's awesome. Man, you weren't that cool in college. You were a normal guy.
No, I didn't even.
Normal college
I
kid.
did not smoke anything or drink anything in college.
No,
so
sure. College guy never smoked, never drank, never.
Yeah.
Never. You were a good noodle.
I was too square to do anything that cool.
Totally.
I sat in a computer lab all day.
Totally.
Drinking,
dude, sitting in the
drinking Jolt Cola and eating Taco Bell. That's about the worst I did.
Eating Taco Bell and
hey man,
going on the early age of the internet.
Yes,
going on comic book forums.
Yes, it all worked out.
Going on forums and speculating what a Marvel Cinematic Universe would look like.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Before 2001, where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man kicked off the MCU.
Yeah.
That is my favorite fact to pull out now.
Yeah.
The 2002. It was 2002, not 2001.
2002.
I apologize.
I won't call you out on that.
2002, Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, first MCU movie.
Absolutely.
Canonically.
Yes.
And in the MCU now.
Yes. So Bengals down 21-3. How did they shut down the Chiefs? How did they shut them down so?
Because they got good coaches. Zach Taylor's a good coach.
Because they turned around quick.
Also, Joe Burrow is, again, the coolest guy on earth. Just oozes confidence.
Yeah.
Like Joe Burrow, I'm going to say straight up, Joe Burrow is like my favorite non-Giant now. It was Drew Brees, and after Drew Brees retired way around, Joe Burrow is my favorite non-Giant. Joe Burrow is the only NFL player who I would buy a jersey of any NFL player non-Giant.
I saw it in him.
The only exception was I got a Ryan Tannehill Dolphins jersey for a Halloween costume.
Okay.
When I was intending to get a Gardner Minshew jersey.
Okay, still. All right, it was for a Halloween costume. Meant to be worn once.
The outlets didn't have any Jaguars jerseys.
The outlets.
Yeah.
All right, at least you got it.
But you know what outlets I'm talking about.
Yeah. At least you got it on sale. On deep discount.
It was like, dude, it was $30. All
right, yes, perfect.
Still, $30 is too much for a Ryan Tannehill jersey.
Perfect. Yeah.
Also, Evan McPherson, but he looks younger than me, and he's drilling field goals to win significant playoff games.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta give it to the Bengals, both sides of the ball. Bro, defense, couple picks that led to scores. Yeah.
I'm gonna take another victory lap on Joe Burrow. I said that I liked him more than Trevor Lawrence coming out of college.
No, you were right.
For now,
You're completely right.
For now, I'm right. And probably for a while, I'm going to be right because Joe Burrow made it to a Super Bowl long before Trevor Lawrence will probably even make the playoffs. But
yeah. Now this game looked almost like a mirror image of last week's game with the Chiefs. Last field goal as time was expiring to tie the game. Going into overtime, the coin flip. Who wins?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'm sitting there, God damn it, and we were going to be sitting here.
This crappy overtime rule is awful.
And then what happens? The Eli Apple almost gets a pick six. I remember tweeting, Eli Apple is either getting torched or he's going to get a
did
pick.
indeed tweet that.
And sure enough, like the play after I tweet that, ball thrown right to him. He was undercutting a route, made a great play, dropped it. That's why they're defensive backs and not wide receivers, kids. That's why they're defensive backs, because they can't catch.
We'll be talking about
and
that
I
in a
remember
second.
I openly laughed when he dropped that pick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Eli Apple, what are you doing? And then Von Bell gets the pick, like a couple plays after.
Yeah. Bounced off, what's his face's hands, and
Jesse Bates,
yep.
I think.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, the tables have turned.
The turntables.
The
Bengals go on a drive. Evan McPherson hits the field goal.
31-yard chip shot. Wins the game.
Yep.
Not miraculously, but I mean, it was a great comeback, though.
Great comeback.
Yeah.
My God.
And the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. First time since 1989.
I can't believe.
That's the first Batman movie came out that year.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton Batman was out that year.
That was like wasn't that the first high production comic
movie? Yeah.
Not Superman. And Christopher
yeah.
Superman.
Yeah,
it was 10 years before that.
It was one of them. Ghostbusters 2 was out that year. It was a long. The point is, it was a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen.
This was before we knew what the hell a midichlorian was.
Yeah, the
George Lucas knew what midichlorians were.
I don't even know if he
those
knew.
Were a concept. That was a concept, I think, in the 70s.
Was in the books? Yeah, maybe.
It was in the books. The extended universe, I think, midichlorians were the thing. Star Wars, they should, dude. There is so much material in the Star Wars extended universe to make movies,
and they're making all of them.
I'm gonna wait until this season of the Book of Boba Fett finishes.
Yeah.
So I'm not waiting for a week like I did with Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki and all the other shows. I watched the first couple episodes of Hawkeye. No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Based on one of my favorite comic book runs, for sure.
And they owed that character something.
Yeah. So, Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Playing the Los Angeles Rams. I love this matchup.
Yes. What do you think of this game? San Francisco, they had a shot.
Kyle Shanahan. That's all I need to say. Okay. Kyle Shanahan.
Fair enough.
Every year, he's in a situation where he can win a big game. And he fumbles the bag. Every time he fumbles the bag.
Can you place the blame on him, though?
Dude, it's a thing. He was one of the big artists behind 28-3.
Sure.
This guy is Mr. 28-3.
Sure.
His legacy will be remembered for 28-3.
Yes. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, but I mean, couple of things. The dropped interception.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, Tart.
Yeah.
That we could have caught that. We could have caught that ball.
That was bad.
We could have caught that ball. It was right in his hand. It was like it was thrown right to him.
Yeah.
Dropped a key interception that probably would have iced the game.
Yeah, and then we'd be here talking about little stat Padford.
Yeah.
Or whatnot.
Yeah. I saw that. Was that the fourth? It was fourth quarter. I don't know how much time was left.
It would have won the game, basically.
I believe so. And that's the moment you wait for. That's
the Nexus event.
It is.
Well, Nexus
event.
event.
It is. In another dimension, yes. He intercepts that ball, and the 49ers go on to
TVA,
at least play
although the TVA
in the Super Bowl.
Did nothing about it.
Well, maybe I guess this is how things were supposed to happen.
Although the TVA only exists in the set universe, I don't know if they exist.
Yeah, but that was a killer. Now, a big shout out to finer quarterbacks everywhere, like Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Jimmy G. He's got a minute 47 seconds left to just get into field goal range.
And then he makes one of the most god awful throws I've ever seen.
Out of desperation, but even the 2 downs before that, not great. So
my God,
he's not the guy.
Yeah,
not
dude.
the guy.
Yeah, dude. Trey Lance just sitting there on the bench. He's
He's waiting.
Dude.
Yeah.
the Jimmy Garoppolo is a Sith master, and Trey Lance is his apprentice.
Yes.
Just waiting for him to get killed
Right.
by his apprentice.
Yeah. But and guys like
Jimmy Garoppolo is Emperor Palpatine. Trey Lance is Darth Vader.
guys like Mahomes
pretty
in
much.
13 seconds.
Or a better example is Jimmy Garoppolo is Darth Plagueis. And,
yes. Darth Plagueis the Wise or
yeah,
whatever.
Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah.
And Trey Lance is Emperor Palpatine or Darth Sidious.
Very few guys can do that. All you need is, about 50 yards and get into field goal range, and ends up losing 3 yards and then throwing in desperation throws a pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will say this one thing about people constantly comparing the 49ers to the 07 Giants. They forgot that one thing that is abundantly clear and was made abundantly clear in this game. Their number 10 is not our number 10.
No. Your number 10's got 2 rings.
Yes.
So.
Our number 10
and beat the highly touted Patriots twice.
And with Tom Brady
Beat
retiring,
Tom Brady twice.
I have so much pride in the fact that he will always have a bug up his ass
Yep.
about those games.
Oh, yeah.
Those games still bother him.
Oh, yeah.
To this day, those games
sure
bother him.
Sure.
The 2 losses in Tom Brady's career that bother him, those are the only 2.
I'm sure wherever he is, if that game gets replayed on the TV and he's there, he throws a rock at it or something, or at least he leaves the room, at the very least. Yeah, those would bug me too. But yeah, I mean, LA was great this year. I would have loved his. Last week I picked the Bengals, so give me credit for that. I picked the 49ers. They almost pulled it out. I just thought they were on this magical Cinderella run, and we're gonna at least keep it going into the Super Bowl. The Niners. So but I gotta give it up to them. They were left for dead.
Wait, who was the guy? Was it you or Walt who said that the Bengals?
Oh, it was me. It was me.
Oh, it was you.
It was me. Yeah, I called it back in September, August, September.
You just made it as a throwaway pick?
No, I started thinking, I was like, that Joe Burrow, man. Like, before he got injured, I love the way he played. And I think, for whatever reason, I was like...
And I bet everybody there was like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, I got grilled, man.
That was
I got absolutely screwed. It was a Puck Nuts episode, yeah. Walt picked the Packers. He wanted to pick the he's a big Tom Brady fan. He wanted to pick the Buccaneers, but he didn't because he didn't want to jinx Tom Brady, so he didn't pick the Bucs. And I can't remember who the other 2 guys picked, but
He's also a Devils fan, right?
I
remember the one time he was on.
He is
this
big
show.
Devil. He's the guy
on this show.
He was the guy who got me back into hockey and cheering for the Devils back in 2009.
I bet you hate him for it now because really, man.
I don't hate him, but it's
I bet you're like, really, man, you got me into this.
Pretty painful.
So
wait,
hey,
a week from today, 2 weeks from today. No,
a
1
week from today.
The 4th annual
Cameron Woolley Show Super Bowl special.
Wow. Okay. Can't wait. This is going to be awesome, everybody.
It's our favorite show every year.
It is. One of the highest rated shows of every year. And yeah.
It's always fun. We do the prop bets. We
do some predictions. We talk about
the teams. It's the deepest dive.
Yes.
That we do because when we have an hour, it's just quick fire for all the sports.
Sure.
But when we deep dive, this is it's the only deep dive that we really do every year.
Yeah.
We go in, we sink our teeth into it. We're like, oh yeah, this guy, the way they do this, that, the other thing.
Yeah, this will be fun. So stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned.
I know you've been waiting for it. But are you happy with this matchup though? LA Rams,
love it, dude. I'll be happy with whoever wins.
And not only that,
I love both quarterbacks. Love that Odell Beckham's finally getting a chance. And also, let me mention one thing.
Odell might get MVP. How crazy would
Odell's
that be?
going to be matched up with Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Dude, he's going to get grilled.
Yeah.
Dude, Odell's getting 120 yards.
I mean, he almost got 100.
Okay, we're going to talk about this next week.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this next week. I'm going to talk about that matchup.
All right. And
that is going to be hilarious.
You got to love this redemption story. Left for dead by the Giants and the Browns. And yeah, 9 catches. I think 9 for 9 for
He had
11,
a
11 for
great
13,
game, dude.
113 yards.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
so happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
He could be MVP in 2 weeks.
Oh my God,
He
absolutely.
certainly could be Super Bowl MVP in 2 weeks. He could have a ring in 2 weeks. This is why you don't give up, no matter how bad you could be on the Cleveland Browns, like for most of the year.
And then have your dad vouch for you on Twitter,
Yes.
and then get cut, and then go to the Rams,
Yeah.
and be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, life.
And also, let me just
Life
say,
is weird, ladies and
like,
gentlemen.
here's the one thing I was gonna say.
This is why you
Pat
never
Le-
give up.
Pat Leonard and all the other Giants Twitter dudes,
Mm-hmm.
like the reporters, the guys well, we have the sources, those guys. They were saying, oh, the Giants made a real bad mistake trading Beckham. Gee, could the Giants use Odell Beckham right now? Those same assholes in the media were the ones that orchestrated the trade in the first place. Pat Leonard especially. I literally said, in quote, to Pat Leonard, go fuck yourself. I literally did that. I don't say that word a lot.
Sure. Very rarely.
Rarely do I say that word in
Very
public.
rarely, yes.
In private, I curse like a sailor. But in public, I rarely blurt out that word.
Right.
But Pat Leonard, dude, these hacks in the media, man. That's why this show exists.
That's right. So you can rebut these hacks in the media. Because they're awful. So, should be. Hopefully, the Super Bowl lives up to the rest of the playoffs. And
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I love the matchup. We're gonna go. We're gonna
Field
talk
goals,
about,
time
we're gonna
expires.
All about it next week.
Yeah.
we're gonna talk all about it. So stay tuned.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Can't
Stay
wait.
tuned.
Can't wait.
To briefly talk about the Devils.
Yes. Played 4 games since we last podcasted, and just
Oh God, dude,
they each game it's just worse and worse.
Yeah,
and
they just lose. They lose and lose and lose.
So this is it.
Blah blah blah
falling.
blah blah blah. You know how much I don't like repeating things. Just go to the player stats. That's all Devils fans care about anymore. Go to stats.
We're going to
Player
the player
stats. We hit rock bottom last week by
did.
losing it. Okay. Jesper Bratt, 41 points in 42 games. Jack Hughes,
Great.
27 points in 28 games.
Yes.
Great. Next segment.
Yeah.
Nico Heischer's getting flanked by fourth liners and AHLers. Yeah, God forbid you give your captain any help. God forbid. God forbid you have a winger on this team better than Jesper Bratt. Or a winger on this team other than Jesper Bratt. God forbid. God forbid. God forbid you have a power play net front presence other than Nate Bastian. God forbid. And God forbid you save more than 86% of your shots. God forbid.
Oof. Yeah.
God forbid you don't give up a hat trick every week. God forbid that happen. God forbid you don't let up a shorthanded goal every night. God forbid. Gee, that would be awful if that stopped happening.
Yeah.
Lindy Ruff says the effort's there. God forbid the effort goes away. God forbid the effort turns into results. God forbid. God forbid you don't make fans wear paper bags at the Rock. God forbid.
Which did happen.
God forbid all of those things. Nah. Things are fine. The team's so wholesome, guys. Look at how likable they are.
I don't care.
Here's all this marketing that's going to get wasted when the team sucks in 5 years and they have to get traded for
do
picks.
not care about likability. How much of a leash have they given Lindy?
Too long of a leash.
I
want Tom Fitzgerald fired simply because of the leash that he's given Lindy Ruff.
just 7-1.
That was sad.
7-1. Yeah. Down 6-0, but it's not even the third period yet.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I guess this is it. And so we got to watch this team for another.
I'm not watching. Oh no, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching. I'm looking from afar, and it still makes me angry.
Yeah.
How bad can it get, really? How bad can it get? This is a question. And look, the New York Rangers beat the Florida Panthers 5-2. Good for them.
Yes.
Chris Kreider just scored his 30th goal. Good for him.
Yeah.
God!
Not looking great. Well, I mean, they're only playing 2 games. They got a lot of rest coming up this week.
My
so
God.
they don't have a game till next Monday,
Jesus.
where they play in Ottawa and then Montreal.
They playing, we're going to lose in Ottawa. We're going to lose to Montreal. Back to back.
Well, I'd rather.
We have John Gillies. Our goaltending tandem is John Gillies and Akira Schmid. John Gillies and Akira Schmid.
Isn't there anyone better out there that?
Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently. Apparently that's as good as it gets.
Where's Keith Kincaid when you need him? Where's
Scott? Trading Scott Wedgwood a few months ago. Granted, he sucked, but he's better than this.
Yeah, where's Wedgwood? I'll take Wedgwood.
Okay, Wedgwood sucked. Let's not.
All right, yeah, it's not shit.
Wedgwood sucked.
Yeah,
he was good for a shutout every 8 starts, but every start in between was garbage.
Right.
Kind of like Mackenzie Blackwood this year. Although Blackwood, his heel is hurt, but I still think that the Devils, for the first time in my life, the Devils have a legit goaltending problem. Which you think that would say, the team's been successful for such a long time if this is the first time they're having goaltending problems. Oh, no, the problem is... the problem is they were still bad even when they had Corey Schneider, who was a top 3 goalie in the league in his prime.
Yeah.
No, Corey Schneider's the reason that Jack Eichel isn't on the Devils.
Yeah.
Corey Schneider's the reason that Mitch Marner or
Sure.
Austin Matthews isn't on the Devils. He's the reason. He's the reason that Patrick Laine, Pierre-Luc Dubois, any of those studs taken in between 2015. If the Devils didn't have Corey Schneider in 2014, 2015, they could have had Connor McDavid. That was how bad the team was. Wow. Imagine that. Well, if the Devils had Connor McDavid, they wouldn't have Jack Hughes. Oh, dude! But imagine a Sarah of Connor McDavid.
I would take that. I would take that. Come on,
this team would be in the.
Come on, I would take that.
If the Devils had
Connor on track for like 80 points this year, or probably more. He's probably already got 80 points already.
Dude, Connor McDavid's on track for like 100.
Okay, yeah.
50 or something.
Something
stupid.
Yeah. For sure.
Of course, that's the reason the Devils don't have a guy like Leon Draisaitl. Speaking of McDavid.
Right. Yeah.
He's the reason that the Devils don't have a guy like Nathan McKinnon. 2013, I think, was Nathan McKinnon.
Hey, it was a good move at the time. What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna take a time machine and yell at Lou and be like, "What are you doing?"
Dude, Bo Horvat is a really good player. The Devils could use Bo Horvat right now. Just saying.
You're going to go to the 2013 draft and be like,
yes.
No! Shoot, go back even farther than that. You're going to take the time machine. Kovalchuk? No! Yeah. Right. You know, yeah. You would have been better buying Bitcoin at $5 or whatever it was, or
there was this tweet where it's like go back in time to when you were 6 with all the knowledge that you have now compared to 10 million in cash now. I'd do 10 million in cash now, straight up. I'm sorry. You throw that into a good fixed income.
Tax free.
You throw that
tax free. Okay, done.
Tax free, 10 million.
I could
throw that into a good fixed income or something.
Right.
Don't put it into the stock market. Stock market's too uncertain.
Live off the interest.
Yes.
Live off the interest.
Live off the interest. And when you're in your 60s, or at least me, if I'm in my 60s and 70s, I get the principal back.
You do. Very nice. Very nice.
On top of the $200,000 per year that I'd be getting.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Devils. I hope you can at least pull off.
Dude, I just want Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt to keep producing.
Well, they're doing that.
I looked at 7-1, and I'm like, well, at least Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt got points.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I can look at.
Washington, the WTFs.
Rest in peace.
Not
WTF.
They have a name.
Rest in peace, Washington team of.
I love that they couldn't even announce it correctly because freaking Joe Theismann spills the beans 2 days before the
Dude,
announcement.
talk about a lot of bag fumblers, man. Talk
Yeah.
about
At least if
idiots.
he does it, nobody cares. Joe Theismann is Joe
He's Joe
Theismann.
Theismann.
But still,
A lot of he owes that organization. Nothing.
but he leaked the name back on Monday, I think, or maybe Sunday, I don't know, early, and then he tried to cover it up, not very gracefully, but yeah, he let it out of the bag. Then a helicopter in DC zoomed in on the team store and saw the name on the side of the wall. Yeah. So now the Washington football team is now called the Washington Commanders.
Somehow a downgrade.
Your thoughts? Yeah, downgrade.
The name is okay. The name is generic.
It's so generic.
The name
It's
is
more
generic, and the
than-
uniform sucks.
I got no problem with the uniform.
Somehow this is a downgrade from football team. Somehow this is a downgrade from football team. The logo is a downgrade from football team.
Yes, the logo.
The Commanders. The Commanders. Really? Come on.
What were they? What were they toying around with, like the Admirals or something like that, or
Washington Admirals would have been fine.
yeah.
The Washington Admirals, the Washington Red Tails would have been great.
Yeah, so the Eagles fans are trolling already, saying the logo looks like a taco holder, which it does.
Eagles fans are great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're maroon.
They look like high school jerseys.
They do look like high school jerseys, but like, what do you?
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah.
EA can come up with better jerseys than that.
They're not awesome, but they're not awful.
Dude, they look like high school jerseys. The black one is literally the Steelers jersey.
It does look like the Steelers with a little maroon outline.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they have the white ones.
The white.
The white ones don't look great, but
Oh, dude, they look terrible. They look terrible.
yeah.
The NFC East is looking scary.
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Eagles, Commanders, Giants. There's
When the New York Giants aren't the biggest joke in your division.
right. Commanders is an XFL name. That I'll agree with.
USFL.
Yeah, I mean, for something that took like 2 years to come up with.
Down to graphic design is
My
my
passion,
passion.
yeah.
Graphic design.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? They agonized over this for 2 years though, 2 years, and this is the best they could come up with.
This is what they came up with.
But this does ensure them that there's no controversy over this name. There's no racism. No one can complain about this name other than the fact that it's.
If I was a Washington fan, I would have been pissed when they changed the name.
But,
the first time, I would have been pissed.
Commanders doesn't.
If the Giants changed their name, I would have been like, dude, what the hell?
The Commanders does not strike fear into the opponent's hearts in any way whatsoever. Yeah.
Ooh, the Commanders.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, we're playing the Commanders this week.
Yeah.
Guys who don't even step on the battlefield.
Right.
Guys who let other people do the dirty work for them.
Yeah. However,
The Washington Foot Soldiers would have been a better name. The infantrymen would have been
the Washington Infantry. Yeah.
the Washington Infantry. That wouldn't have been a terrible name.
No.
Actually, we'd be dunking on it right now.
Oh, sure.
You'd be calling them the Washington Infants.
Yeah. Admirals would have been cool. But,
Admiral, yeah.
and then Redbirds, I think, was another one they're toying
Redbird,
around
that's
with. Or
weird.
I think
Because they already got a team named after
or
birds
something
in their
like that.
division.
Yeah. So, well, Godspeed, Daniel Snyder and team.
Snyder. Oh,
is
Dan
is-
Snyder.
but yeah, it is.
I
like
love
the-
Dan Snyder as a fan of a division rival.
He's a
but
train wreck.
Dan Snyder's awful.
Dan Snyder is
And
that.
he's only in his late 50s, and sports owners last forever.
Dan
So
Snyder's
he's
that
going to be around for a
horrible,
long time.
spoiled rich kid who gets the best toys and doesn't know how to use them. Yes, that's my.
Kid who got the Nintendo 64 and doesn't know how to use the controller.
Right.
Although, to be fair, not a lot of people knew how to use a Nintendo 64 controller at the
Controllers.
time. The Nintendo 64 controller is less than desirable.
It permanently messed up my hands. Yes.
Yeah, the
Playing
controller,
Mario Kart,
you hold it
GoldenEye.
like this.
Yes.
And the joystick. There's one.
It's a
one
horrible.
analog
It's a
stick.
horrible controller. Yes.
Now all the controllers are made the same.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
There's no
for that.
creativity in the game industry anymore.
Thank goodness for that.
It's all retreads of random garbage, except for indie games.
Yes.
Though for every Undertale, there's like 500 random FPSs and battle royale games.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby Fox, for
Yes.
making decent games. For making really good games in an era where there's a lot of garbage, like AAA, highly funded garbage.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of money.
Well, good luck to anyone running out to get new Washington
Commanders.
merchandise. Good luck. Yeah, boring name. Imagine boring product on the field this season, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. And I think even just like the build up to this was and to be so anticlimactic, I guess. Like, ooh, the Commanders. Okay, gee, thanks.
So front page, it says the conference champions. I think I had a NFC champions 2011. So I know I had a Super Bowl champion shirt because I wore that to school the day after the Giants won the Super Bowl. Oh God! Oh, they're bringing bringing poor John Riggins and Sean Taylor into this.
Hey. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But you can get
scroll down and
Okay.
see the other random players that they tore into
Kendall
this.
Fuller.
Landon Collins.
Yeah, Landon Collins, Taylor Heineke.
He's not a bad quarterback.
No, Chase Young. Just Cameron Curl. You can get any of these for the low price of $129. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
The jersey pricing has been lucrative for a while now.
Yeah.
Ridiculous how
So-
expensive these jerseys are.
If you're a Washington fan, have fun buying all new merch. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any news? Any baseball news? They've been talking face to face.
Lockout, blah, blah,
No-
blah,
no-
blah, blah,
nothing.
blah.
Nothing's
Go open up
happened.
Twitter, see if anything happened.
Nothing has happened. The clock is ticking. Theoretically, pitchers and catchers would report in 2 weeks, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Not happening. Owners and players scheduled to meet on Tuesday, as in next Tuesday. Yes. Next. Yeah, there's a lot of not a lot of time left, guys.
Yeah, dude, come on. Shohei Ohtani is the MLB, the show cover athlete. Derek Jeter is the legend athlete.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Yep. ESPN spring training likely to be delayed. No shock there.
Yeah, Nintendo leaked Derek Jeter being the legend.
Oh, really?
MLB 22 is going to be on the Switch. Dude, imagine how god-awful that game is going to run. The game's going to run terribly on there. A game meant for the PS5.
Right.
Is supposed to
yeah,
get a
you just
port
don't
on
have the hardware on
Nintendo
that
Switch.
thing, guys. What are you thinking? But-
Nintendo has garbage hardware on all their consoles.
Right. Yeah.
Ever since the 16-bit era, they've had the worst hardware.
Yeah, but their games don't really require that like that many polygons, right?
Well, the Nintendo doesn't. They never really did third party.
No.
They're letting everybody in the Smash anymore.
Yeah.
They let everybody in the Smash, but God forbid they bring in an actual character from one of their games that's beloved. Yeah, bring in Banjo-Kazooie. Granted, he deserves to be in. Yeah, bring in Sephiroth, bring in Banjo-Kazooie, bring in a bunch of random third-party characters, but God forbid you let in Master Chief.
Yeah.
God forbid you actually bring in someone from a series that's like, yeah, but God forbid you put in Waluigi. Whoever made you put Waluigi in the Smash.
Right. Wario.
Wario's been in Smash.
He is in Smash.
Like,
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah, he was.
Waluigi is not it.
He started. He was a.
You're right.
He came in Brawl, I believe.
Yeah, I can't.
2008.
I can't keep up with all the Smash
2008.
characters. I played Bowser.
However,
I played Bowser for God's sakes.
Played Bowser. I was a Bowser man when Ultimate released.
Spits fires and he does a lot of damage.
And then I'm sitting there like, oh, dude, I can't be a Bowser man. I'm.
If I stay off the edges, I'm all right. But yeah. Anyways, yeah.
I'm a Puff man in Melee. In Melee, I play an all right Puff.
Right.
In Brawl, I don't really. I haven't played Brawl in a while, but I should. But Brawl is a game that I play with friends. Brawl sucks when you're playing on your own.
Oh yeah.
Because the mechanics are awful. But when you're playing with friends, then my favorite will always be Snake's Final Smash in Brawl, where he drops in from the helicopter and with the grenade launchers, you go
yes,
clunk, clunk, and then you just shoot everyone on the screen and.
Gotta love it.
Moses Island, it's awesome.
Gotta love it.
All right, so I guess that about wraps.
Yeah, good show. Good show.
Got
Next
everything
week,
out. Super Bowl special.
Stay
Can't
tuned,
wait.
everybody.
My God, I cannot wait for the Super Bowl special.
People are already lining up to.
Lining
they're
up.
lining
my
up.
God.
The city's preparing their banners out on the streets of Red Bank. The businesses will be shut down next week. Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Dude, it's gonna be like the end of Cars. Dude, malls are gonna shut down.
Oh yeah,
for this.
for sure. It might as well be a holiday.
Not like anyone goes to malls anymore.
Right.
The mall around here is gonna be dead when that Chick-fil-A is built, anyways. So
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyways, from Ming Chen and his Shared Universe podcast studio, I am Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check out my other content. Stay tuned for the Super Bowl special next week once again. And as always, stay classy, New Jersey.